Modern civilization often congratulates itself for standing on the shoulders of the ancient world. We study their monuments, decode their texts, and extract their techniques, believing we have finally perfected what they began. But what if that confidence is misplaced? What if, in taking ancient knowledge, we misunderstood the very thing that made it work? Ancient knowledge was never isolated information. It was part of a system, ecological, social, spiritual, and ethical. When we extract fragments of that knowledge without the context that governed its use, we do not inherit wisdom. We inherit power without restraint. Consider sacred geometry. Across the ancient world, geometry was not merely mathematical. It was symbolic, cosmological, and functional at the same time. Shapes and ratios represented relationships between humanity, nature, and the cosmos. Temples were designed not only for stability or beauty, but to mirror cosmic order, seasonal cycles, and human perception. Modern society kept the math, the ratios, the angles, the formulas, but discarded the purpose. Geometry became a tool for efficiency, speed, and domination of space rather than harmony within it. The result is a built environment that maximizes productivity while often ignoring human well-being and ecological limits. We did not misunderstand the calculations. We misunderstood the intent. The same pattern appears in agriculture. Ancient societies developed farming systems that worked with local ecosystems. They observed soil behavior, water flow, plant relationships, and seasonal rhythms over generations. These systems were slow, adaptive, and resilient. Modern civilization adopted the productivity side of ancient agriculture, but stripped away its restraints. We scaled techniques designed for balance into systems of extraction. We prioritized yield over regeneration, speed over sustainability. The knowledge worked at first, but without the ancient emphasis on limits, the same techniques now degrade soil, exhaust water systems, and destabilize climate. Again, the failure is not technological. It is interpretive. Timekeeping reveals an even deeper misunderstanding. Ancient calendars were not productivity tools. They were synchronization tools, aligning human activity with natural cycles. Days of rest, ritual pauses, seasonal festivals, and agricultural timing were all mechanisms to prevent exhaustion of people and land. Modern society kept the measurement of time, but transformed it into control. Hours became units of labor. Days became commodities. Rest became inefficiency. Time, once a guide for balance, became a weapon against it. The ancient world did not worship time. It respected it. Even ancient engineering tells the same story. Roads, aqueducts, and cities were designed around long-term use and local materials. They were meant to last, not to scale infinitely. Maintenance was built into design. Failure was anticipated. Modern engineering often prioritizes rapid expansion, cost reduction, and planned replacement. We use ancient principles to build faster, not wiser. We treat durability as optional rather than essential. The misunderstanding deepens when we examine social systems. Ancient hierarchies existed, but they were often tied to responsibility as much as authority. Leaders were custodians of land, ritual, and social stability. When leaders failed in those roles, collapse followed, a fact preserved in myth and history alike. Modern society inherited hierarchy without custodianship. Power remains concentrated, but responsibility diffuses. Decision-makers are insulated from consequences, while systems grow too complex to govern wisely. Ancient warnings about imbalance become historical curiosities rather than operational lessons. What ancient civilizations understood and what modern society often resists is that knowledge without ethical context accelerates collapse. Ancient knowledge was slow by design. It demanded observation over generations. It valued continuity over disruption. It recognized that exceeding limits invites correction, not from gods, but from reality itself. Modern civilization prefers acceleration. Innovation is celebrated even when consequences are unclear. Ancient systems warned against this mindset repeatedly, but those warnings are often dismissed as superstition or fear of progress. Yet the ruins remain. They do not accuse us. They observe us. The ancient world did not fail because it lacked intelligence. It failed because it pushed beyond the balance its knowledge warned against. And when collapse came, survivors preserved what mattered most. Not techniques, but principles. We inherited the techniques and ignored the principles. This is why ancient knowledge feels simultaneously advanced and incomplete. When viewed through modern eyes, we are missing the frame that held it together. We see the tools, but not the rules. And perhaps that is the most dangerous misunderstanding of all. Believing that knowledge alone is enough. Ancient civilizations knew better. They understood that wisdom is not what you know, but how and when you choose to use it. If we continue to extract ancient knowledge without restoring its context, we may learn the same lesson they did, not from history, but from collapse. Subscribe to this channel for more. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a story lost to time.